Tonight, we're going to talk about food. Now, Julia Child taught you how to cook, but it's MFK Fisher who's going to teach you how to eat. I fell in love with this lady ever since I read her book about wartime cuisine called How to Cook a Wolf. She so enjoys eating that, yes, she will take you to task for being so foolish as to season your food before you actually taste it. She talks about food as a person who worships, not uncritically. She hated oysters until she tried one. And then she couldn't get enough. She likes them straight out of the sea. Truffle, as made by Strasbourg. No others quite measure up. However, she talks of her time spent in the French Alps. But her greatest hatred is for food that tastes cadaverous, like warmed over slices of zombie. Very apt. I'm sure we've all had a couple of those that we wish we could forget. I know I have, and half the time it's I who've made them. No, I would like to cook like Julia Child. I have all the books. And I would like to be able to eat as well as MFK Fisher and enjoy it quite as much. But I can't. So, she writes with a passion and a love of food equaled by no one else. The joy of a fresh peach as you bite it in. Bite your teeth into it. Fresh off the tree, and the juice pours down your chin. The delight of forbidden food. The mingling of food and the look in a man's eye when he's using it to seduce. Not that Mrs. Fisher was ever against a little seduction. Even when the man who was trying to seduce her picked the wrong weather and the wrong time to serve a big, heavy, rich meal. He attempted to seduce his wife of 3 months. Which is the story we'll hear about in An Alphabet for Gourmets, which might seem a silly title, and in a way it is, but it gives her it gives her room to tell her tales. And it seems between her time in France in 1929 to her death, she has written so many books. And she has eaten all over the world. And had so much fun. Really. I mean, blessed is she who has had so much fun in her life. But a very passionate, a very evocative, and a very stern at the same time writer. Who doesn't show any mercy toward fools and people who think they can cook but can't. Pretense doesn't get you anywhere. If you make a decent loaf of bread, serve it up with decent butter, give the woman a glass of ale, she's perfectly happy. It doesn't have to be cordon bleu. She talks about her childhood, how she treats her children, her grandchildren. Talks about restaurants, and the food served, and some of the social arrangements. Because she's written for Hollywood, she's been around and about several times, been married several times, had a great deal of fun. Her favorite restaurants were bombed during the Second World War. She traveled across transatlantic third-class student, as opposed to steerage. Much the same thing. It's quite a different life than what most of us nowadays live. And she seems to have had quite a good time of it. And I think everybody will enjoy this book. Now, this is not the edition that you're going to find on Amazon. That's just pretty much a plain Jane kind of book. This particular edition is more costly, but it's worth it. It's from the Folio Society, who makes very handsome, long-lasting, well-made books for a decent price. Not hundreds of dollars, although they do make those too. But about $60 will get you a book that will give you pleasure for a great many years, with fine illustrations in it, a wonderful preface and foreword that will tell you all about the author, who wrote the book, parts about her life, and so on. As you can see, the production quality is outstanding. They concern themselves with the typeface, the colors, and moreover, this book contains recipes. I don't know if you could see that, but this is one for trout. Trout, trout, trout. So all you Southern bellies should get some. So, I would say, if I had to limit my cookery books to 2, I would say get Julia Childs, and then get MFK Fisher. They're quite a team. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching my channel. Please subscribe if you feel so inclined. Undoubtedly this will be demonetized, of course, but YouTube giveth and YouTube taketh away. Fortunately, they're not the only game in town, however, so if I end up demonetized, whichever. However, I hope you will like, share, and subscribe, and that you will become a patron if you're so inclined. So, thank you for watching, and please do come again.